Some administrivia before we move on with the course. By the end of this course, you will be able to explain and justify the benefits and drawbacks of user-centered design. You'll be able to describe guidelines and models that can be applied to interface design, and apply a variety of methods to involve people who use an application in the design process. You'll also be able to evaluate the usability of an interface. This is what the grading will look like. It's a little bit modified from an in-person delivery of the course. You will have 50% of your grade as a group project, broken into 4 milestones. You will work in a group of 3 to 5 people over the term to do each milestone. Half your grade will be individual activities, including weekly assignments. These will alternate with project milestone deadlines, so you have only one thing due a week. There'll be mini lecture activities, which you've already accomplished or started upon through this lecture. And there will be a self-paced lab that will cover various software tools such as Figma that will be useful in your project and moving forward. The project will be based around our 4 activities for interaction design. Milestone 1 will be about establishing requirements. Milestone 2 will be designing alternatives. Milestone 3 will be evaluating an existing interface. And milestone 4 will be building a prototype. So each milestone will build upon the last to form a project. And that will be described in the first half of the lectures. In the second half of the lectures, we'll cover a variety of HCI topics, including human capabilities, interaction modalities, and topics like accessibility. The schedule looks like this. You will have a weekly assignment or milestone due on the Wednesday of every week, excluding a reading break. There's one exception, which is on November 12th, assignment 5 will be due. This is so that you don't have something due on Remembrance Day. All deadlines are 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so effectively end of day Eastern Time. And you need to let us know in advance whether you think you might not make this deadline. The syllabus covers details like that. There are 8 assignments, and we will drop the lowest mark. So there are actually only 7 required assignments, and there's an 8 bonus assignment. So if you're unable to make a deadline one week for a variety of reasons, you can always just omit that assignment and do the bonus assignment, or you can try and maximize your grades if you have the opportunity. The tutorials and lectures, you'll need to do them you can do them at any time. I recommend that you do lectures as they come out, more or less, so that you are able to accomplish the assignments and the milestones, since they will be connected. But you can actually do the activities at any time by December 7th, which is the last day of class. We also plan to have an industry panel on December 7th, where we'll bring in industry practitioners to talk about HCI. This is a little bit different from an in-person offering. We have done our absolute best to try and simplify the course and make it so that you only have to think about one thing at a time. You can do things at any point that you're able, and hopefully you can front load some of the activity in this course, since I expect that many courses will have things due at the end. There are no exams, there are no tests, aside from maybe small little quizzes associated with the lecture activities. So I've done my absolute best to try and make this remote delivery of HCI accessible to you. If you have any problems, please let the instructional staff know. The textbook that we will use for this course is only recommended. We've dropped the required textbook because it's online. There are lots of readings and lots of extra details, so I highly recommend you pick up a copy or share one with friends so that you can do that extra reading to help with your project and the assignments. However, you do not need to explicitly do any readings from this textbook for this offering. The entire course will live on Learn. You can find the syllabus there, all the extra details, and that's where the group projects will be submitted. So everything will be focused on Learn. The lectures, as you've already seen, will be available on YouTube and Learn. They'll be released as soon as they can be produced, hopefully Monday each week. And every assignment or milestone that requires content from the lectures will be due the week after. So right now, anything that's due next week, you will have access to the lectures this week to be able to learn it. And ideally, much more in advance, so that you can actually plan ahead and do things ahead of time if you're able to do so. The syllabus covers things like plagiarism, cheating, misrepresentation, impersonation, and collaboration. Take a look at this link if you want to know more details. Obviously, with a remote offering of a course, things are a little bit different. I've done my absolute best to make it so that this course is easier, at least time-wise, so simpler, more streamlined, and involves work that will actually have value to the learning objectives. So my goal has been to remove busy work, to remove the stress of deadlines, etc. So for me putting in all this effort to try and make it accessible to you, I'm counting on all of you to also put in that effort and learn the content for the course. So please don't cheat, please don't plagiarize. If you want to collaborate or discuss things with colleagues and classmates, that's fine, but please talk to the instructional staff if you have any doubts. We're happy to guide you in that process. Normally in the class, we do lots of in-class discussion and activities. We're hoping to transfer all of that online, but at the end of the day, all of the work that's evaluated must be your own or that of your groups, for the group milestones only. But now it's your turn. I've laid out some of the expectations and my thoughts of the course. We'd like to hear from you. So please post your expectations for the course. This is both for students, so things that you are willing to do and expect to do, things you'd like your classmates to do, and some questions or requests from the instructional staff. You could talk about expectations for lectures, what format you'd like to see, extra features, what you want in the lectures, how we might do online interactions, any learning outcomes you'd like to see, what you'd like to get out of the course, and anything about professionalism, getting things delivered on time, etc. This will form the basis of a course constitution. Normally do a brainstorming activity in class. Right now we're going to do this online. So please give us any of your requests, what you can offer for the class, and we'll come up with a way to go through this course together. Since at this point, we're all adults here. We want to have an effective course, so let's work together to do that. Thank you so much. See you next lecture.